Kylian Mbappe was supposed to dominate at Real Madrid. After years of waiting, he finally arrived at the Santiago Bernabeu, ready to lead a new era of Galacticos. But so far his time has been anything but dominant. A penalty miss against Liverpool, 8 offsides against Barcelona in El Clasico. This wasn't in the script. So where does that leave Mbappe and Madrid? Could their Galactico dream already be turning into a nightmare and regrets? Let's find out. To understand Mbappe's struggles at Real Madrid, we need to examine the tactical system he's been thrust into. At PSG, he was the king of the left wing, a position that allowed him to use his explosive speed and dribbling to devastating effect. Whether it was cutting inside to score or setting up teammates, that role was tailor-made for him. But at Real Madrid, the left wing already has its undisputed star, Vinícius Jr. Arguably the best left winger in the world right now, Vinny thrives in that position, leaving Mbappe without his natural space to operate. Forced to play as a central striker, or occasionally pushed to the right, Mbappe has looked out of place. His game relies on space and movement, not the traditional traits of a number 9. Real Madrid's system has exposed these limitations. Mbappe is not a target man. He doesn't hold up the ball or battle defenders with his back to goal, like Karim Benzema did so effectively for years. He is currently playing outside the comfort zone, and that has taken out his effectiveness. Although his first few games were not that bad, he did start with 5 goals in the first 8 games in Laliga. But for a player of his caliber, we expect him to continue that, which hasn't been the case. And without a system designed to maximise his strengths, Mbappe's impact has been limited. He's gone from being the focal point of PSG's attack to a player struggling to find his role in Real Madrid's rigid structure. The question is clear. Can Real Madrid adapt to Mbappe's strengths, or does Mbappe need to evolve to fit into Madrid's system? Because as it stands, neither side is getting what they expected from this partnership. Let's talk about what's going on at the back for Real Madrid, because it's a huge part of why the team isn't clicking, and why Mbappe might be struggling more than he should. Here's the situation. Madrid's 2 main defenders, Militao and Alaba, are both sidelined with long-term injuries. That leaves Antonio Rudiger as the only experienced centre-back holding the team. But one man can't do it all. And as a result, the defensive lineup is constantly shifting. Younger, less experienced players like Raúl Asensio are being thrown into key matches, and the team doesn't have the cohesion you need at this level. A shaky defence means the midfield has to drop back more often, which directly impacts the attack. And this is where it starts to hurt Mbappe. He's a player who thrives on quick transitions and space to exploit. But with the defence struggling, Madrid has to play more conservatively. The team isn't taking as many risks going forward, which means fewer chances for Mbappe to get in behind defenders or make those explosive runs we know he's capable of. It's not just about tactics though, it's about rhythm. A stable defence gives the entire team confidence to push forward, to take chances, and to dominate games. Without Militao and Alaba, Madrid has lost some of that balance, and it's affecting the fluidity of their play. Now, let's not forget the psychological toll this takes. When your team is constantly under pressure defensively, the forwards feel that burden too. For a player like Mbappe, who's still trying to adapt to a new system and role, this added instability doesn't make things easier. Think about it. When the defense is solid, forwards like Mbappe can focus entirely on their attacking instincts. But when the backline is shaky, there's always that lingering doubt. Every time the ball is lost, there's a fear that the team might concede. This doesn't just affect how Mbappe plays, it affects how confident he feels on the pitch. When Madrid signed Kylian Mbappe, it wasn't just about getting one of the best players in the world, it was about continuing a tradition. A tradition that goes all the way back to the first Galactico era. You know the one, when they brought in legends like Ronaldo, Zidane, Beckham, and later Cristiano. These were statement signings. But here's the thing, not every Galactico shines under the spotlight of the Santiago Bernabeu. For every Cristiano Ronaldo, there's a Kaká. For every Zidane, there's an Eden Hazard. Being a Galactico is about more than talent, it's about thriving under pressure, adapting to the demands of the most relentless club in the world. Take Hazard for example. He came in with all the hype. He was supposed to be the next big thing after Ronaldo left. But injuries, form, and a lack of cohesion with the team turned his dream move into a nightmare. Kaká, a Ballon d'Or winner at AC Milan. But at Madrid, he was just lost. The system didn't suit him, the injuries piled up, and he never really found his place. Now, let's bring it back to Mbappe. When he arrived, it wasn't just about his ability, it was about what he represented. The future, the heir to Cristiano Ronaldo's throne, the next face of the Galactico legacy, and now Mbappe has to adapt, playing centrally or even on the right. And if we've learned anything from Madrid's history, it's that Galacticos who don't fit the system can struggle, no matter how talented they are. Being a Galactico isn't just about talent, it's about timing, tactics and temperament. Mbappe is playing against history, against the memory of Ronaldo's 450 goals, against Zidane's Champions League winning volley, against the expectations of millions of Madridistas who demand greatness instantly. And that expectation can be psychologically exhausting. Let's be honest, when Mbappe signed for Real Madrid, the first name on everyone's mind was Cristiano Ronaldo. And how could it not be? Ronaldo didn't just play for Madrid, he redefined what it meant to be a Galactico. He scored 450 goals, won 4 Champions League titles, and delivered countless iconic moments. So imagine being Mbappe, stepping into that shadow. Every goal, every missed chance, every performance is measured against one of the greatest players of all time. That's a lot of pressure.
When you are that good, people are going to judge you on what they have seen about you. And I like Kylian Mbappe. I like him as a player. I think he has everything to be that star that Madrid wants him to be. But the thing is, no one's going to give you the time there. That's the sad part, because that's what Madrid is all about. They want the best of the best, and if you don't deliver the best, they become critical.
Think about this. At PSG, Mbappe was the guy. He was the focal point of the team, the king of Paris. Even with Neymar and Messi alongside him, the system was built to make him shine. He was adored, celebrated, and rarely questioned. But at Real Madrid, things are different. He's not alone at the top anymore. Vinícius Jr has already won over the fans with his incredible performances. Jude Bellingham, he proved himself last season, scoring goals and stealing the spotlight. For Mbappe, this is uncharted territory. He's gone from being the undisputed star to just one of many world-class players. That can mess with anyone's confidence, even someone as talented as the Frenchman. And let's talk about the Bernabeu for a second. If you know Madrid, you know their fans aren't exactly forgiving. They expect brilliance every single time. Remember when they booed Gareth Bale? Or Ronaldo Nazario? Heck, even Cristiano Ronaldo got his fair share of whistles. So you can imagine what happens when Mbappe misses a penalty or drifts out of a game. The crowd doesn't hold back. And it's not just the fans, it's the media too. Now picture being 25 years old and dealing with that level of scrutiny every day. But here's the thing, Mbappe is showing signs that this pressure is getting to him. Look at his body language on the pitch. When a pass doesn't come his way, there's frustration. When he's flagged offside, you can see the disappointment. And in those big games where he's expected to shine, he sometimes looks hesitant, almost like the weight of expectations is holding him back. So, is Mbappe the wrong Galactico for Real Madrid? It's not an easy question to answer. On one hand, you have a generational talent still trying to find his feet in a team struggling with tactical mismatches, defensive instability, and sky-high expectations. On the other hand, you have the Santiago Bernabeu, a stage that demands greatness, not excuses.